Hi, my name is Tiago Duarte from tiagoduarte.pt. This is the official release of Daily Beats Piano Sample Pack, and in this sample pack you will have 80 WAV files, 80 MIDI files, correspondent MIDI files from the WAV files, in a total of 408 megabytes. This is a very special sample pack because it contains melodies or pianos that I recorded and also, or that I created, and also a live performance from one of my friends, Antonio Godinho. So I have here a beat that I made using this sample pack. And first I will give you an introduction to the sample pack or to the folders inside the sample pack, and then I will go through the beat that I made. So let's go here to piano sample pack. This is the folder that you'll get, sample pack. You will have a live folder, a MIDI folder, and a wave folder, and also a picture of the sample pack, which is this picture right here. And then the license. In the live folder you will have a bonus folder that contains some music from other artists that my friend Antonio recorded, and this is a bonus. And then we have the MIDI files. Here we have 25 MIDI files and 25 WAV files. These were all recorded by Antonio, which is a nice keyboardist or keyboard player. And you can take these sounds, use them as is, or chop them up. And then we have a folder, a WAV file, which contains the 50 pianos or 50 WAV files that I created. And this is the one that we are using. So just a preview. And also I have the time or the BPM in which the sound was made, so that you can use the same BPM, or at least you know which BPM was the original file. And then we have the MIDI information that created the WAV files. So this is it for the sample pack. There's not too much to it. It's only the WAV files and then the correspondent MIDI files. So let's go to the instrumental, to the beat that I made. Let me arrange here so we have more space. And first we will have a listen to the beat, and then I will explain what I did. So as you can see or listen, we have a chorus part and then the verse part. I only did like 24 bars, so that we have 8 bars of the chorus and then 16 bars for the verse. So let's go here. First, let's start with the chord progression. I only used sounds from the FL Studio native 12.3, FL Studio 12.3. So you will have this zip file. I will compile this or export this as a zip file that you can then drag to this part here. Grab the zip file and drag here, and then you will have the complete this complete project that you can mess around and use however you want. I will have the link in the description so that you can subscribe, and then after you subscribe you'll get access to the page where I have all my FL Studio projects that I give for free. And right now there is not a lot of content there because I'm starting out, but in a while you will have a lot of good content and good value there, so go check it out. Going back to the beat, we have close grand that you can find here in packs, instruments, keyboards, close grand, and this is what I did. Let me do it again. Close grand. Okay, what I did was to go here, sample pack, MIDI, and I grabbed 11 if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 11. And then I removed these notes, which are the piano melody, and then we have this. Let me put in the same track. Okay, so now we can go to the track and see what I did here. I just applied a low cut to leave a little bit more space for the bass, and then I applied some reverb. Low cut. I applied a low cut so that the low frequencies don't go inside of the reverb. And then I had some pre-delay, size and diffusion to the maximum. I removed the bass and stereo separation to the maximum and 35% of wet level. So I can delete, sorry. I will delete this now. And now we can go to the second part, which is the grand piano. I added the grand piano here. Packs, instruments, grand piano, this one. And then the notes that I deleted, I add them here. So we have the piano melody. And then this goes to 5, and here I only applied the reverb. Again, same configuration. I just copy this preset, doing like this. I went to the closed piano or closed grand. I clicked here in this triangle and save preset as, and left click and hold, and here. And we have an exact copy of the reverb that was in track 3. So I can delete it now. And then I leveled it. I messed around with the volume. Now, this was the main part. This was the main part, the melody. As you can see, you can use the MIDI information to swap the sounds. You can use the MIDI information and separate in two. For instance, what I did here was the chord progression and the melody. I used two different instruments, although they are pianos. One is grand piano and the other one is closed piano, which gives a more sentimental vibe. I then added a drum loop from my sample pack. Let me see which one, 11. So we can go here. This is the drum loop that I have in sample pack 11. Let's go there. And is in the hood. I just dragged it to I just dragged this drum loop into the playlist, and this is the result. And then I put it in track 23, and here I don't have any effects because this loop is already pre-mixed. So let's listen. Okay, after that I added a bass line, which is this one here. Let me close this for now. And this bass line is basically the FL Slayer with the preset bass E bass, and it's a nice bass. But I was messing around with the notes. And I first tried like this, the lower with the lower octave. So let's see in the context of the song. It's not bad, but I liked this high notes, and what I did was keep the bass with the high notes because it gives a nice frequency to nice tone to the bass. And what I had, because we lacked, because I felt that we didn't had too much sub bass, I added a sub bass, and you will see the difference. This is just 3X OS oscillator. This is an internal plugin from FL Studio, and what I did was lower the chorus, basically minus 24 semitones. This is just the octaves, and I lower everything and put it in track 15. Okay, and no processing on each of the sounds. Here I have an EQ that is not doing anything, and also the compressor that is not configured. And what I did was like this. I added the same notes, but in a lower octave. And with this, let's see, we have the sub bass frequencies, and also the higher or mid range frequencies from this instrument, the bass. As you can see, this is only the sub frequencies, a sine wave, and this is the mid information of the bass, and the two together blend really nice. And then I added some strings, and this is the full beat. The strings again is just a string section from the packs. Here, packs, instruments, orchestral, and strings section. And I put it in track 4, channel 4, and I add just a reverb. Again, the same configurations. I did the same thing as going here, save preset as, left click, hold, and paste the reverb here. And this is it. So let's listen to the strings. As you can see, this is just it's the same melody. It's the same notes from the melody, the piano melody in the grand piano. And what I did was to add several or 2 more octaves to support the strings. And all together. Okay, now in terms of mixing, this is it. I don't have too much stuff going on in the instruments. And then what I added was some here in my preset. What I have is all my instruments going to channel 1, and here I can configure, or I can mess around in the final beat. For instance, this is playing. I can lower the volume of everything. So what I did, normally what I do is to add some parallel reverb. I went here to the sends. So I select channel 1, and then here I increased the send signal. This is basically sending a copy of this signal or the entire beat to this channel, and then this channel is routing to the master, as you can see by this connection here. So what I have here basically is a low cut, because I don't want low frequencies in the reverb. And then I added a fruity convolver, which is a reverb, impulse response reverb. And what I usually do here is take off the dry signal. I just want wet signal, and add some stereo separation to the signal so that we have reverb in the stereo field. And this is the difference. You can hear it especially in the clap, but it's very subtle. And then what I did was some mastering, and this is the basic mastering preset that I use. Normally I use a plugin equalizer just to cut the lower frequencies. I usually put here around 40, just to cut the frequencies below 40, and also here at 19 or 18. This is just a precaution, so that my spectrum is contained between 40 and 18 or 19 kilohertz. And then what I did was to add some compression and saturation with this free plugin. And I did was to increase the dynamics so that I have around -3, -6 dBs of compression. And then checking that my VU meter doesn't go below or after 0 dBs here, doesn't go to the red section. and then I added some saturation. Normally what I do is to, if I have, let's say, the dynamics in this point, I usually put the saturation in this point so that we don't have more saturation than compression. And this is what I usually do. As you can see, we pretty much have the same, but the saturation is a little bit less. And then what I added was Maximus, a multiband compressor. And here I use this preset Clear Master. And as you can see here, I adjusted this knob for the frequencies that I wanted. For instance, the low frequencies, I put it a little bit above because I felt in this beat I didn't have too much space, so I could increase a little bit. And also I put it all mono because I want my low frequencies to be all mono always. And then in the mid I adjusted the level as it sounds good. I don't have a rule for this, only when it sounds good I leave it there. And give it some 30% of stereo separation. And in the highs, the same. I usually do, what I do is copy this value for the pre-gain, and I paste it in the high frequencies. And what I do usually is to have a little bit more of stereo separation than the mids. Normally in the mids I put around 30 and the highs I put around 40. Then I added some saturation here or some compression. And here what I usually do is adjust the driver knob so that I don't pass the zero or I stay very close to the zero. Turn on the tube, turn on, and in the vintage mode. This plugin gives a nice does something to the low end that I think is very nice. It gives some distortion to the low end that makes the sound really pump. And in the vintage mode, at least, this is always what I used, is this preset, and also I activated this here. And then the Fruity limiter, this is just to limit the final it's the final stage of the mastering. I usually put it around minus 0.3 dBs just to avoid clipping of the sound systems. And sometimes I adjust the gain if the beat is too low, but in this case, as you will see, it's not, so I didn't adjust anything here. So let's listen. And this is it. So as you can see, and then I did a small composition with the verse and chorus. In the verse I took the grand piano in the strings, and in the chorus I left them there to have more energy in the chorus than in the verse. And this is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will provide these FL Studio projects with a link in the description, and you can go check it out, this new sample pack at www.tiagoluisduarte.pt/sample-packs. If you subscribe to the Daily Beat Sample Pack newsletter, you will receive special discounts for my sample packs, and I will be bringing more stuff for the future, at least 2 to 3 sample packs per month. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. You can follow me and get in contact with me via social networks. I will have the links in the description. or you can contact me directly via my website at www.tiagoluisduarte.pt, and in my website you will find everything that I produce, from music and poetry, daily beats with new beats every day, and also my sample packs. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the bell to get notified when I publish a new video. And if you are not new to this channel, give me a like in this video to make this video more strong and help support this video. And you are making sure that I continue to make good content, so thanks for that. My name is Tiago Duarte and I see you in the next video. Peace, love, unity, and have fun.